Bones in the human body. Head and facial bones. Frontal bone. Forehead. Parietal bone. Cranial bone forming the roof of the head. Occipital bone. Cranial bone forming the lower back area of the head. Temporal bone. Pair of bones on either side of skull covering ears. Maxilla. Either side of nasal cavity. Mandible. Jawbone is the strongest in face. VOMER. Part of the nasal septum. RAMUS. Mandibular ramus projecting upward from the lower jaw to the cheek behind the lower teeth. Zygomatic process. Cheekbone. Mastoid process. One of the two projections situated behind the ear that connects to neck muscles. Coronoid process. Crown-like bone situated on lower jaw facing upwards. Lacrimal bone. Small bone that is the size of a fingernail provides the passageway for nasal surface and eye socket. Glabella. Slightly depressed between the eyebrows and just above the nose. Superciliary arches. A ridge on the frontal bone above the eye socket. Supraorbital foramen. Located above the eye socket. Sphenoid bone. Butterfly-shaped bone at the base of the skull. Supraorbital notches. Located above the eye socket. Alveoli. Contains sockets for teeth. Nasal bone. The weakest bone in your body would be the nose. Provides shape to nose. Bones in body. Cervical. 7 cylindrical bones situated in neck which supports the spine and head. Clavicle. Collarbone connects your shoulder blade to your sternum. Sternum. Breastbone, the flat plate at the top of your rib cage. Thoracic cage. The thoracic cage protects the heart and lungs. It is composed of 12 pairs of ribs with cartilages and the breastplate. The ribs are anchored to the 12 thoracic vertebrae. Scalpula. Triangular bone on shoulder, also called shoulder blade. Vertebral column. 26 vertebral or spinal column are in an adult body. 24 vertebrae are interspersed with cartilage, and then the sacrum and coccyx. Cervical vertebrae. 7 bony segments in human spine in the human vertebral column located in the neck region. Thoracic vertebrae. 12 bony segments in human spine in the human vertebral column below cervical vertebrae and above lumbar vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae. 5 bony segments in human spine in the human vertebral column below thoracic vertebrae. Ilium. The large broad bone forming the upper part of each half of the pelvis. Ischium. One of the 3 sections of the hip bone situated below the ilium. Sacrum. Triangle-shaped fused bone at the base of the spine just above coccyx. Coccyx. The end of the vertebral column in humans, also called tailbone. Pubis. One of the 3 sections of the hip bone. Together these 2 bones form the front of the pelvis. Xiphoid process. Smallest of the 3 parts of the breastbone, articulates with the corpus sternum and the 7th rib. Bones in hands and feet. Humerus. Bone extending from the shoulder to the elbow. Radius. The outer and slightly shorter of the 2 bones of the human forearm. Ulna. The inner and longer of the 2 bones of the human forearm. Carpals. Relating to the wrist and base of hand. Metacarpals. Bone of the hand between the wrist and fingers. Phalanges. Bones of the fingers or toes. Femur. Located in your thigh, femur is the longest and strongest bone in the body. Patella. Kneecap bone. Tibia. The inner and thicker of the two bones of the human leg between the knee and ankle. Fibula. The outer and thinner of the two bones of the human leg between the knee and ankle. Talus. The bone in the ankle that articulates with the leg bones to form the ankle joint. Calcaneus. Heel bone. Tarsals. Bone connecting ankle and foot. Metatarsals. Bone of the foot between the ankle and the toes. Proximal phalanges. Bones of the fingers or toes closest to base of hand or feet. Intermediate phalanges. Connects proximal and distal phalanges. Distal phalanges. Tips of the fingers or toes. Some interesting facts about human bones. A baby's body has about 300 bones at birth. These eventually fuse to form the 206 bones in typical adult skeleton. Fetus and baby's bone have soft spots called fontanelles between the bones of the skull where ossification is incomplete at birth. Allows some compression of skull during birth.